Hi, it's Vlad, and in my last video I talked about 10 things that will help you to become a software developer, and if you haven't watched it yet, I'm sure you can find it on your own. Today we're going to talk about the first item on that list, why you should want to become a software developer, and what are you getting yourself into in the first place. By the end of this video, you will have enough information to make a confident decision about this. There are many reasons why you should consider a career in software, but nothing in life is perfect. There are disadvantages as well. As I mentioned in my previous video, I got into software because I like games and technology in general. But this is not why I stayed. I stayed because I like building things. The satisfaction I received from seeing the things that I built being used was addictive. It gave me a sense of achievement. We will come back to this a bit later in the video, but first, let me take a selfie. Just kidding. First, I would like to discuss some other aspects that you might be interested in. Let's start with the advantages. First, money. Money is good. I don't want to get into details, but the salaries are ranging, depending on the country, from 20k to 1 million. Ooh, did it just get hot in here? Yes, $1 million doll hairs. Cards on the table though, these are exceptions. We're talking Silicon Valley, San Francisco, New York. A rather down-to-earth estimation would be somewhere between 40 and 300k, and yes, I know it's still a very huge range and a very high upper bound, but it is what it is. I'm not making this up. Number 2, the market is easy to get into. Now, don't get me wrong, nobody's gonna come knocking at your door throwing money at you, but compared to other industries, it is much easier to get a job in software compared to other, especially scientific fields. Companies are desperate to find developers. Again, don't get me wrong here. This is not due to the fact that there aren't enough developers out there, as you might hear in the media. It's because there aren't as many good developers. And no, it's not an arrogant thing to say. To me, it seems like a very logical conclusion. Let's review what I just said. If the money is good and the market is good, there will be a lot of people trying to weasel their way into a software career. We will talk about the importance of self-marketing in a future episode. For now, all you need to know is that you can get a job without a degree and without knowing much. Again, just to avoid any misunderstandings, I'm talking about people who lie on their resumes and not about people who learn programming without ever going to college. These people might be simply lying to themselves and exaggerate things on their applications, but some of them actually do fake certificates. But that's not you, so you're good. It's all good. Just make sure you stick around my channel and recruiters will start spamming you with offers in no time. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, they practically do come knocking at your door. Anyway, back to the point number 3. We live in the age where a 12-year-old can write an addictive Android or iOS game and sell it virtually to the entire world with just a freaking laptop. Let's do some simple math, shall we? How much money will you earn if you sell a $2 game to 500k people? Alright, let's see, carrying over the 4 and subtracting the 10% error margin. Wait, what? This makes you a millionaire. Especially since there are no production costs involved at all. By the way, you know all these books and videos and gurus that want to give you advice on how to become a millionaire? Well, my turn. If you want to make millions, you have to sell to millions. Okay, fine, I admit, I got it from a book as well. Whatever. Let's get back to topic. I just told you the story about the kid to drive the point home that once you gain some experience, it becomes very easy and incredibly viable to become a freelancer or even to start your own company in our field. It's a freaking goldmine. Number 4, it feels good. People think you're smart all the time and the old nerdy cliches are slowly dying out. Age of the geek, baby. Alright, let's talk about the disadvantages now. I could only come up with 2 major ones. Number 1, remember I said building things is fun? Well, firstly, I think it's very important to establish the fact that I didn't lie, but I have to admit I was exaggerating a little when I said that I feel amazing about myself every day. Why? Well, because I don't get to build new things every day. In fact, very often I have to maintain old things, fix bugs, read some crappy code someone else wrote, read even worse code that I wrote, talk to project managers who want to specify the features and the deadline at the same time, talk to salespeople who sell stuff before even talking to their dev team, and so on. Number 2, remember how everyone thinks that developers are smart? Well, the truth is that even the most experienced developers feel stupid every day. It's called the imposter syndrome, and apparently it's a thing. Look it up. Software is still a very young field, but over the years we made a lot of progress in the quality assurance department. We built a lot of tools that are catching errors as early as possible in the development process, which is when you write code. These are the tools that tell us that we are wrong all the freaking time. Can you imagine how frustrating that is? Don't get discouraged though. It is still incredibly rewarding to overcome all of these challenges. As a very good friend of mine said, you live, you learn. But that's a topic for another video. I could talk about pros and cons of software development all day, but I think we pretty much covered all the important topics. Let me know in the comments below what advantages or disadvantages you can come up with, or if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed my video. It's Vlad. See you next time.